to episode 48 of the Crazy Sock Lady podcast. My name is Kay, and this is my podcast all about my knitting adventures here in Surprise, Arizona, where I live with my husband, our 2 sons, our 2 dogs, and our cat. Today is July 5th, so thank you guys so much for tuning in today. We have a very full episode today. I feel like so much has happened in the past 2 weeks. I really feel like time has flown since we moved into this house. I don't know where the past month has gone. It's crazy to think that we've even been here in Arizona for a month. If you're new to the podcast, we just moved from North Carolina to Arizona last month. So yes, we've got a full episode today. I've got a pattern giveaway for you guys. We've got some prizes to give away, new designs to talk about, a couple finished objects to show. So I hope that you guys are ready. Grab your drinks of choice and settle in with your knitting. So first up, we're going to start off with Ravelry group information like we always do. First, let me tell you where you can find me and to find the group. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as The Crazy Sock Lady, and there is a group for the podcast on Ravelry. If you go to the groups tab and search Crazy Sock Lady Podcast, it'll pop right up. If you don't feel like searching, look down here, down below in the down bar, and you're going to find links to everywhere that you can find me, as well as show notes will be down below. I've got iced coffee today because that's all I've been wanting because it's been so hot here. Yeah, it's just Arizona in the summertime, normal heat, but yeah, iced coffee. And this is my Cup of Love cozy pattern that is available on Ravelry. Over in the Ravelry group, we have 2 swapless swaps that are open right now. If you're new to the swapless swaps, if you head over, the links are going to be down below to the threads. All of the information as far as pricing, how many minis you're going to get, all of that's going to be over there. Basically, the gist of it is there's a different dyer every month, and you pay $35 to $45 depending on your location, and you receive 10 minis from that yarn dyer. So the one that is closing on July 15th, you have to sign up and be paid by July 15th, is with 4 Boys Fiber, and we have 11 spots available in that. I'm glancing this way because my notes are over here. Then August 15th, we have one closing, and that is by Sarah Craft. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. We have 20 spots available in that one. So if you want to participate, you want to get some minis for your scrappy projects or for swaps that you want to do with friends, head over, check that out. I love getting mine every month. Knit-alongs. We have quite a few knit-alongs going on right now. So the first one, I'm going to talk about our year-long knit-alongs. The first year-long knit-along is the Sock Crazy Cow for 2018. This one is for any socks that you make other than baby socks. Those do not count. Head over and get those entered, and we do prize drawings every 3 months for that. Then we have the Crazy Sock Lady Designs Make Along. This is for any of my patterns that you choose to do. You can get those entered over there, and this one we do prizes every 3 months as well. Then we have the Get That Knit Done Cal, and this one I am co-hosting with Karen and Susan of the Full of Knit podcast, so you can head over and enter into my group as well as their group. This is basically a get your whips done. You have some work in progresses that have been languishing for a while. Get those off your needles, get ready for fall and winter knitting or gift knitting, whatever you may have coming up. Let's get our needles in. And let me tell you guys, I feel like I've been doing pretty good with this. We'll talk more about that in finished objects and works in progress, but I feel like I'm really getting my needles cleared, and it feels amazing because I have so many things that I want to be casting on soon. It's crazy, but I'm trying to focus on the prize and get things done and only cast something on when I bind something off. So a little bit of a trade-off there. But yes, you can, like I said, enter into both threads, so be sure to head over and check out the Full of Knit podcast as well. Oh, and I should probably say that one ends August 31st. So just in time to get that gift knitting, fall and winter knitting started. Then there's also a new knit-along that started July 1st, but I haven't opened threads for it because this past week has just been insane. So I'm going to have those open today by the time this podcast goes up. the threads will be open in Ravelry. And for this one, it is a decked out for Rhinebeck knit along, and I'm co-hosting this with Christy and Tristan of Girls in the Yarn Cafe podcast. This one's going to end October 31st, and if you can't guess by the name, it is a Rhinebeck knit along. Now, a couple of things on this. You do not have to be going to Rhinebeck. We do not want to leave anybody out of this one. So this isn't a knit along just for people going to Rhinebeck. If you're not going to Rhinebeck, what would you wear if you were going to Rhinebeck? You can knit that, enter it over into both of our groups. We're both going to have threads open for it, and that will count. And if you are going, everything that you make to hopefully wear if the weather is not too hot, you can enter every single thing. It's not just for sweaters, it's for sweaters, socks, cowls, hats, gloves, anything at all that you do, you can enter those. For this one, if you use their yarn, they are Dragon Horde Yarn and Yarn Cafe Creations, you will get an extra entry. If you use any of my patterns, Christy's patterns, or Tristan's patterns, that gets you an extra entry as well. So be sure to be members of both Ravelry groups and enter into both places for more chances to win. This knit along is going to end October 31st, so it will go through the month of October, through Rhinebeck, give everybody plenty of time to get those things finished and entered into the threads. And I am so excited about the Rhinebeck knitting that I've started. I've got one sweater done, we'll talk more about that later, I'm getting ahead of myself, but I want to try to have a sweater for every day of the trip. Not even just every day we're at Rhinebeck. I want a sweater for traveling days too, like something comfy that I can wrap up in the cold airports and airplanes. So I'm excited. And don't forget, over in the Ravelry group, we have the questions and answers thread. If you have any questions that you want answered by me, either in the thread or on the podcast, you can enter those into there. We have a thread for Scrappy Sunday. If you are working on your Scrappy projects on Sunday and you want someplace to talk about those, or you have some questions or need some ideas, head over and chat away in that thread. There's also the Howdy Y'all thread, so you guys can introduce yourself, and a coupon codes thread. If you're a maker and want to offer a coupon code, or you're doing some shopping and want to see what's available, head over and check out that thread. All right, so that brings us to the end of Ravelry group information. Now we have a pattern to give away. The lovely Jen Shalene donated her Springtime Melody shawl. I'm going to pop a picture up right here of that. And she donated that to the podcast. So I'm going to go over and open a thread in the Ravelry group. If you want to enter to win a copy of this, head over and there'll be some type of prompt. I haven't really thought about what it will be yet, but there will be a prompt. So you can head over and check that out if you want to win a copy of this gorgeous shawl design. Now we're going to give away some prizes. So for the year-long knit-alongs, it is time to give away that 3-month prize that we do. So the Sock Crazy Cow is the first one we're going to talk about. And for this one, it was April through June. So April 1st to June 30th, we had 961 entries into that knit along within that 3-month time frame. That is a lot of socks, you guys. That's a lot of socks. That makes my sock loving heart so happy. So we've got 2 prizes we're going to give away. The first one, I went ahead and did all of the random number generator this morning and got all of that out of the way so that it didn't take up any time here on the podcast. But the first prize was a donation from Christy of Yarn Cafe Creations, and this is her Dustin and Dart colorway. And the winner of this one is post 1150, and that is Shauna Knits 2, and that's Shauna from Pennsylvania. So congratulations, Shauna. If you will just on Ravelry send me your full name and your mailing address, I will get this sent out to you. The second prize is a skein from Denise of Yoshi and Lucy, and this is her graffiti colorway. And the winner of this is post 1226, and the Ravelry name is Mostly Munchies, and that is Melissa from California. So congratulations, Melissa. Same thing, if you will get in touch with me on Ravelry with your full name and your mailing address, I can get that shipped out to you. So those are our 2 prizes for the Sock Crazy Cow. So far this year, we have 2005 entries. That's insane. That's so many pairs of socks. I really love it. This is my favorite knit along that I do because I obviously am crazy about socks. So I love seeing everybody's socks. Yeah, it's my favorite. So the next one is the Crazy Sock Lady Designs make along for any of my patterns. Same thing, 1st of April, end of June is the date range that we are drawing from. There were 33 posts, which is amazing. I am blown away every single time somebody buys a pattern design of mine. So this knit along really, I don't know, it's surreal to me to actually see people knitting up my pattern designs. It's so much fun. So for this one, we are going to do a copy of the Road to Home socks. I'll pop a picture up right here. And then this kit from Knit Circus Yarns. This is a medium set. It's 2 cakes of 150 yards, 75 grams total, in the Peace, Love, and Understanding colorway. So it's one of their gradient kits, which is what I used for the Road to Home socks. So we'll pair it with that pattern. If the winner, if you already have the Road to Home socks, you can choose another one of my designs or any pattern on Ravelry if you would prefer. And I will gift that to you along with this. So the winner is post number 58, which is Wahoo Mary F, and that is Mary from Nebraska. So congratulations, Mary. Same thing, get in touch with me, give me your full name and your mailing address, and I will ship this out to you, and then let me know about the pattern, and I can just give that to you on Ravelry. So another big congratulations to all of the winners, and thank you guys so much for participating in the knit alongs. I think that is the most fun part of this community, is knitting along with each other for things like this. Now the 5,000 subscriber giveaway, I've mentioned it a couple of podcasts, I think. I was planning to do it this time, but I had some makers get in touch with me that they would love to donate a prize for that specific giveaway. So I'm waiting on a couple things to come in the mail. I promise it's going to be an epic giveaway and you're going to love it. So just hold tight just a bit. Hopefully, I think everything will be here this week that's coming. So next week we should be able to go ahead and announce that 5,000 subscriber giveaway. And I'm really, really excited. And if you are a maker and you would like to donate a prize for any giveaways or knit alongs, just send me a message. I always love hearing from you guys and being able to offer your items on the podcast for giveaways. Now I want to do a little bit of a new segment. I usually talk about my designs throughout the podcast, but I want to do a little bit of a design talk segment when I have things to share. Sometimes I may not. This time I have a couple of designs to talk about, so I thought we would go ahead and do a design talk. The first one is right here. This is my very first shawl pattern, the Home is With You shawl, and this just released on July 1st. And July 1st, I was blown away by all of the support and the wonderful comments and messages and pattern purchases with this design. I cannot believe the people that are already, they immediately got their yarn picked out, or they already had their yarn picked out and they've already cast it on. You guys, you make my heart so happy. Thank you guys so much for all of your support with pattern designs, the podcast, everything. But this, I was just totally blown away on July 1st with all of the support. So this is, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take it off of her here so that you guys can get a closer look. And I have shown it before when I finished the design, so you have seen it, but we'll talk about it again since it's now available. So this is a triangular shaped shawl. And I did this out of Artistic Lily, 2 skeins of her Gotta Have Socks fingering in the Early Morning Frost, which is this right here, and Winter Cave is the darker color. So 1 skein of each. And it's a very, I just think it's such a classic looking shawl that will go with so much. I think if you did just 1 collar for the entire shawl, that would be stunning. You can do 2 colors, which is it's written for 2 collars, collar A and collar B. Or you could even like throw some minis in here for some of these these smaller sections, and that would be stunning as well. Or use up some of your leftover yarn, your scraps. I think it would be gorgeous. And I'm loving seeing the pairings, the colors that everybody is pairing together for this. So be sure, if you are working on this, use the hashtag HomeIsWithYouShawl. Tag me. I want to see what you're making. I'm so excited about it. I wanted to make sure that I said this is a very beginner-friendly shawl. There is nothing in here scary or intimidating. It does have an I-cord bind-off just because I love how an I-cord bind-off looks. But I think that is a great technique to have under your belt. So I don't want you guys to be intimidated by the I-cord bind-off if you've never done it. It's super simple. Yeah, very beginner-friendly. Like I said, I just think it's a very classic shawl, and it's very good TV knitting or car knitting when you want something mindless but with just a little bit of interest to keep you from getting, you know, too bored or something. So if you've not already checked it out, head over and check it out. I'll put the link down below to the pattern if you're interested. Oh, and these colors were restocked over at Artistic Lily, so I'll put a link down to her shop below. I didn't check this morning to see if there were still any available, but I know that she did restock them. So you can head over and see if she's still got these colors in her shop. I don't know why I was folding that up. Let's put it back up. All right, the next design I'm going to show you guys is a sock design, and I believe I showed it last podcast as well, but we're going to go ahead and show it again because it'll be coming out soon. This is the Follow Your Path socks. And it is a ribbed-like pattern with some twists and some texture. I really think this is probably my favorite sock pattern that I've done so far. I absolutely love it. And I've done an Eye of Partridge heel, which is the first time I've ever included that in any of my patterns. So for this one, I'm using Legacy Fiber Arts in the Foxtails colorway on their Steel Toes base. And this is out to testers right now. It's going well. I have a couple that are done with their first socks already. So the deadline for them to be finished testing at least one sock, because by the time they've got one sock done, you know, they'll know if there's any errors or anything in the pattern. So the deadline for that is July 11th. So I'm hoping to release this no later than July 15th. Keep an eye out on Instagram. I'll of course share everything there when it's available. But I'm on the second one. I've kind of put this down and not worked on it yet because I think I'm going to record a little video tutorial for the twists. They're nothing hard, so do not think that that means it's something intimidating and that you cannot handle it. They are so super simple, but I just like to make sure that if it's any stitch that I'm like, maybe someone's not familiar with this. I know some people can read through the written instructions and totally get it, but then, you know, everyone learns differently, and on the other side of that, you've got people that need to see it being done in order to get it. So I try to err on the side of caution. Like with the Butterfly Kisses socks, it has picture tutorials and a link for a video tutorial. This one I'm just going to do a link for a video tutorial. So I've kind of stopped and I haven't worked on this because I want to get that video tutorial recorded and then finish knitting up the second sock. But it's been hanging out still in the rope bowl from Missy from Minnesota that I absolutely love. And I just think this looks pretty sitting on my end table downstairs. So that's the Follow Your Path socks. I'm so excited that the testers are loving it and I cannot wait to get it out. The Legacy Fiber Arts yarn is amazing and this colorway is stunning. It worked out perfect. I could not have picked a better yarn for this design that I have had in my mind for months and months now. So this worked out great. And my sock blockers I've shown before, but they are from Burning Impressions. I'll put a link down below to their shop. So that is it for the design talk today. I do have a couple of other designs. There'll be a couple of collaborations this fall coming up, a few the patterns I'm going to try to have released by August 1st, and that's for the Decked Out for Rhinebeck collaboration that I'm doing with Christy and Tristan of Girls in the Yarn Cafe podcast. Tristan did release her Hyde Park hat pattern, which is part of that collection. So head over, I'll put a picture up here of the pattern and a link down below if you're interested in that pattern. Mohair, guys. I think she has it written for sport weight or an option for using mohair with fingering weight. I hope I'm not getting that right. I should have wrote that down. But I got my copy the day it came out on July 1st, and I'm excited. I think that one's going to be some gift knits. I think so, for Christmas. So yes, those two, I'm going to be doing a sock pattern and a fingerless mitts pattern. So keep an eye out for those this month. They're not quite ready to show just yet, but maybe next podcast I'll have more that I can show you as far as those designs go. All right, finished objects. Can you guys see a finished object right here? What I'm wearing? I'm so in love with this top. So I finished my Heart of Glass, and this is a pattern by Mary Annarella, who is also Lyrical Knits. And I did this out of Maker's Haven yarn in the How Sweet It Is colorway. It is a fingering weight yarn, and I just love the pattern. I love the fit. I'm gonna stand up so I can show you guys how it fits. If you can see, I might have to stand on my tiptoes here. Love this top. So I did, as you can see, the sleeveless option. There is an option that has sleeves that come down to here, and I think that's gonna be the next one I do. But this is just perfect. I love the shape of this. I love that it's comfy and light and airy. Perfect. The lace is gorgeous. I'm gonna come sit back down. So I really wanted to do a Tegna or Tanya, I think is how it is actually pronounced. I really wanted to do one of those, but the whole cropped thing, I wasn't quite sure about that. So I was definitely gonna be lengthening it, and I wanted to change the sleeves a little bit. There was just gonna be too many things I was gonna have to adjust. So I wasn't quite comfortable diving into that design and making those adjustments. Then I came across this. It has the lace at the bottom, similar to that Tanya. Perfect. That it's longer, it's not cropped. I wasn't gonna have to make so many adjustments. So I went with this, and I cannot even begin to tell you how happy I am that I did, because I think I'm going to wear this all the time. I wore it to knitting on Tuesday. I was kind of worried I was going to burst into flames when I walked outside because it's so hot, but this was actually, I didn't get hot. I got a little warm that afternoon. I still had it on, and we had to run a couple of errands, and it was a little warm then because we were in and out of the car more and walking into the stores, but it wasn't too bad. It's not something I would wear in the middle of summer if we were going to be outside for any length of time. I can say that. But as far as wearing it in the summer, you know, going into knit group and then out and being in the car, it was fine, and I wasn't too hot because I was in air conditioning. So yes, I definitely would recommend this pattern a million times over. And like I said, I'm already wanting to make the one with the sleeves that come down. I think that would be perfect for winter here. And I love the fit so much that I know I'm gonna love the fit of that. So that may be on the upcoming list. Maybe that'll be something that I look for the yarn for at Rhinebeck. Now for this, the size that I did, let me double check. I think I have the pattern right here. I can't remember what size I did. My patterns are always a mess by the time I'm done. Anybody else? Like, nothing's in the order that it should be. Okay, here we go. So I did the 41 inch because you need to have, it had said to do with ease, and I can't remember. I don't know that it says on here. I don't know. I don't think I have the page where it says. But I did the 41 inch because of the ease that it said to allow for. So, because I'm normally a 38 and I did a 41, if that helps anyone out with picking their sizing. But I love the ease that it has. I think it fits perfect. So for the 41 inch, I used 2 skeins of the fingering weight yarn and I had 12 grams left. That was cutting it close. I was on the lace and I thought, oh my goodness, am I gonna have enough to go back and do this a little bit that you do around the neckline? But I did with 12 grams to spare. So I know I would not have enough out of 2 skeins to do the sleeve version. So maybe at Rhinebeck, I'll look for 3 skeins to do the one with sleeves this fall or winter. I think that would be fun. All right, so next finished object is a pair of socks. And this is some yarn from Amy of Dandelion and Dogwood, a little tailoress on Instagram. This is her Happy Trails. It was a kit that she had. I am so happy with these. So these were my travel knitting when we were moving from North Carolina out here to Arizona. I basically did the entire first sock minus the toe and the heel that day between airport knitting, airplane knitting, and all of that. So the funny thing is, I didn't realize, I guess, how stressed out I was on the airplane because I did the first sock and I thought that it looked a little tight. Like there are parts that are completely, like my gauge is like uneven from the other bits of the sock. And then when I did the second sock, which is this one right here, I was like, wow, that's a lot looser than the first sock. Yeah, I was obviously more stressed than I realized that travel day. So one thing that you can definitely notice is the difference in the heels. Like you've got a little bit of white here and there's no white there. That was just my tension was different from the first sock to the second sock. So yes, apparently I knew, like, I don't enjoy flying. I don't have like crazy anxiety over it or anything. It's just not something I enjoy. But I guess I didn't realize quite how much it stressed me out, but the knitting shows the truth because this first sock is a lot tighter than the second. But that's fine. They're for me, so it's totally fine. And then I did an afterthought heel using the Kirby Werby YouTube tutorial, which I will link down below. I always try to do that for you guys because it's something I enjoy using so much. I did 64 stitches on US 1, 2.25 millimeter for these socks. So that's my second finished object. And I just finished the heel yesterday morning while I was at the park with Austin watching him play basketball with some friends. So that's that. And I wanted to show you guys because I haven't put it up from where I finished the sock yesterday, but this was the bag that came with the kit, the Happy Trails kit. You guys, Amy is just amazing. She's like a little princess. I just love her. I love watching her and I love everything that she does. So yes, that was the bag that came with it. Now I do have another finished object, but I'm not going to show it today because it's only done-ish, meaning that I haven't blocked it yet. So that is my Shusui shrug. It is done-ish, but the knitting is done. I just need to block it and it's kind of a beast. So I haven't blocked it yet. I'm hoping to get that done next week and then next podcast I'll be able to show you guys the finished object. But that's going to be one of my Rhinebeck sweaters. So that's sweater number 1 done. How many am I going to need? Thursday is a travel day, Monday is a travel day, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yeah, I'm not going to have 5 sweaters done by Rhinebeck. What am I thinking? Maybe like my Shusui shrug will be my travel days. That's what I'll wear on my travel days because that would be so comfy to wrap up in on a travel day. But just throw some leggings on and a big comfy t-shirt and then wear that. That's a thought. But okay, now it's time for works in progress. I've got 3 that I want to share with you guys today. Like I said, I've been trying to not cast on a bunch of things. At the moment, I'm trying to clear my sock needles to get ready for the sock designing that I have coming up. So the plan is to only have my Desert Vista Dye Works socks on the needles and a sock design, and that will be my sock knitting for the time being because I have so many sock designs coming up to be released this fall, which is super exciting. I'm not complaining about that or anything. I'm so excited about everything coming up, but I think that'll kind of help me keep me focused. So the first work in progress is a half finished object. Oh dear. Okay, there we go. Thought we had lost some stitches. But this is a pair of socks that I showed as a work in progress last week. There's still a work in progress. And here's the first one that I finished. I've still got all my markers in over here. And I did an Instagram post about this because I always get asked every single time it seems like that I share a sock with these markers on. So I count my rows with these markers. I put a marker every 10 rows, and then it helps me do the second sock exactly to match as far as rows go. That's the easiest way I found because sometimes when I would just try to measure them, one sock would be uneven from the next because, you know, when you're measuring, you might pull it a little bit more than it should be. You never know. So these just help keep me in track. They keep my OCD good because I like it to be matching for exactly how many rows there are. I don't know, but half finished object. The yarn that I'm using is Serdar Heart and Soul. And the only thing that it says for the collar is 0053. So collar 53. I had someone ask what the colorway name is last time. I don't know. I know when I put it on Ravelry, something about clogs came up, but 0053 is all it says on this. So if you're looking for this colorway, Serdar Heart and Soul, color 53 is how I would recommend looking for that. The second sock I just started the gusset decreases. So I've got my slip stitch heel flap, and these I'm doing on US 1 2.25 millimeter carbons. They look a little bit of a mess there. But I love the carbons DPNs. They're probably my second favorite from the Knitter's Pride Zings. So that's the second sock. This has been my vanilla sock knitting for the time being. I'm doing 64 stitches and a 3x1 rib. So I did a 2x2 knit 2 purl 2 ribbing for the cuff for 25 rows, and then 3x1 rib for the rest of the sock. So these are fun. I love doing ribbed socks. It's just a little bit more of something still simple and mindless, but just a little bit more, and the ribbed socks just seem to fit so much better. So I think that's it for that one. The second work in progress that I'm going to show you is in my, oh, I didn't even show you what bag that was in, did I? This was just a gift from one of my knit group ladies in North Carolina. She made me the bag and put the logo that Tiffany did on the front. And this one is in my Fat Squirrel library card bag that I picked up at Needles Up. And I still have the tag on it. I haven't even taken that off. But in here I have the second Rhinebeck sweater that I'm working on. This one is a cardigan, and it is the Memories cardigan by Heidi May, who is the Velvet Acorn. She does all the cute, she's like the cutest little girl, her daughter, little blonde that models everything. Such adorable. If you have not seen them, go look. So the sweater, do I have a picture? That's the best one I've got, I think. So I love that it has little thumb, that right there, yeah, for your thumbs. Whatever those are called, I don't know if they're actually called anything. But I think this is going to be so comfortable to wear. So I'm not too far into it. Let me show you the yarn first. So I'm using Miss Babs Yowza in the Nori colorway. And it is this gorgeous green. It's kind of a mess because I am alternating skeins. So it's a very dark, I don't think it's going to show very accurately. That's pretty good right there. Very dark green. so much. So that's actually upside down. This is how it goes. I'm just on the increases at the top, but the yarn is so soft. I love the stitch definition in this yarn. I'm so excited about this garment. So I've worked on this some. I started it Sunday, I think, either Saturday evening or Sunday, and worked on it some then, and then some at knitting. I'm very, very happy with it. So this will be the second Rhinebeck sweater. I also have plans for a pavement pullover. Sound by Vera Valimaki, I think. I could be wrong. Pavement, that was what it's called. Oh, and I didn't show you the needles that I'm using because I am horrible at remembering to do that. So for this, it's on a US 7 4.5 millimeter. I did do a gauge swatch, and this was what worked for me, and it might be what the pattern calls for. I can't remember. But it's on my Zing interchangeables, Knitter's Pride or Knit Pro Zing interchangeables. And I've now used them. I use them for this garment, and I'm using them for this and for the next project that I'm going to show you as well. I'm pretty sure it's on Zings too. I love the Zing interchangeables. I love all of the Zings that I have. I have DPNs, I have some fixed, and I have the interchangeables. I am just, that's all I've been wanting to use. Really, that's it, is my Zings. So I cannot recommend them enough because I think the quality of them is amazing and the price is amazing. Okay, so last one, was that all that I wanted to show you with that? Yes. So my last work in progress that I'm going to share with you guys is a birthday present that I am doing for my niece, Lily. So I think it's kind of become a tradition that she's going to be 3 in August. And her first birthday, her second birthday, I made her kind of cardigans both years that she could wear in the fall and winter. So this year I'm doing a poncho for her. I told my sister it's gonna be a tradition that she gets something from her Auntie Kay every birthday, a sweater, a cardigan, something for the upcoming winter months. So this one is a doozy. Just wait. It's a doozy. I have it in a bag that I just recently got. Look how big this is. This was a gift from Robin. I'm going to link her shop down below. She's Robin Stamps on Instagram. And the shop name is Stitchin' Pink. I wanted to make sure I remembered that. So this bag, she has, Stitchin' Pink is the Etsy shop that she has. I love this bag. So as you can see, it's a drawstring bag, and I love what she has used for the drawstrings. Closes right up, and this bag, it's really huge, guys. It has all of the yarn for this poncho. It's a poncho and a hat, and it has all of the yarn in here. The fabric is adorable. There's a pocket on the inside. Love it. Okay, so the project. I ordered this kit from Mary Maxim. The one I did last year I ordered from Mary Maxim for her birthday. The year before that, I'm blanking on what the pattern was that I did, but I ordered the yarn from Knit Picks. You know, she's a toddler, so there's no need to go do a sweater for her out of cashmere yarn. No need. I don't want my sister to have to worry about washing it or it getting ruined. I want Lily to wear the heck out of everything that I get her, and them to not worry at all about, oh my gosh, you know, how expensive was the yarn. Don't stress it, guys. Like, wear that bad boy. So yeah, I ordered this from Mary Maxim, and here is the picture. It's called the Temptation Poncho and Hat Set, and it does say testknittedravelry.com, so you may be able to just purchase the pattern on Ravelry. I'm not positive on that, but you may be able to. So here is the pattern picture. Look how cute that is. So adorable. So the pattern has the hat and then the poncho. That's what the kit came with, the yarn for those, both of those. Now the sizes that it has on here is 2 to 3 years up to 10 to 12 years. I ordered the kit for the 2 to 3 years, but then I got to thinking, Lily's going to be 3, so she's at the top of that size range there. So will she just, will it fit this year even? And will she just get to wear it this year? So I messaged my sister and I said, what would you prefer? That it be big this year and she get more use out of it, or that it fits good this year and she just gets to wear it this year. Well, my sister's so knitworthy, so she was like, I want her to wear it even longer. So I'm going with a 4 to 5 years. That being said, I only ordered the kit for the 2 to 3 years, so I'm gonna have to order one more skein of yarn. I had to double check. I'm gonna have to order one more skein of yarn from them, which is not a big deal. I'll order it when I get close to needing it. But I'm having so much fun with this. Loving it so much. Let me pull out my cable needle here and just show you. So pretty, you guys. Look at that. I love this so much. And they do have an adult Temptation poncho. Just saying. I kind of want this for myself. So this is the front piece. The front piece has these baubles on it. The back piece will be the same, but without the baubles. So I'm doing the front piece right now. And I think I'm on row 44. So I'm not quite halfway yet. Somewhat close to halfway done with the front piece. I think it is just stunning. Let's give you a close-up of those cables. So it looked huge to me. It's measuring right where it should be. But I just thought that looked huge for the front. But it is supposed to be oversized. It's a poncho, so. And I am doing these on my Knit Pro Zings. A US 8 5mm, which I don't think that's what it called for. I think it called for a US 9 5.5mm, and I did a gauge swatch and had to go down. So again, just loving. This is my Zing interchangeables. Love these. The stoppers are from Coco Knits. Absolute favorite stoppers. They just stay on there so well. And I don't know that these are supposed to go on this big of a size, but I just made it work. I just shoved them on there. But yes, this is, it's been such a joy to knit. I'm absolutely loving it. And this is what I have left so far of the first. This kit came with 5 balls of this for the 2 to 3 year size. I am stuck on something. Okay, there we go. I ripped the label a little. Show you the yarn. So this is Mary Maxim Woodlands. And it is 90% premium acrylic, 10% alpaca. And you can really feel that alpaca. I will say that. It is a very, very soft acrylic yarn. The alpaca makes a world of difference, I think. And there's approximately 200 yards in one of these. And this is the Stardust color. So that's the yarn. I'm gonna order the second, or the one extra ball that I need. Like I said, I think I'll wait until I get a little bit closer just to make sure I'm not gonna need 2. That way I can save on shipping if I am gonna end up needing 2. So that's the last work in progress that I have to show you guys. I'm trying to get like 10 rows done on this a day. Yesterday I didn't pick it up at all. So far today I haven't picked it up at all, and I don't know that I will. But that's kind of been the goal, is 10 rows a day. I feel like if I stick with that, I can stick on, track with it and have it done mid-August to send out for her birthday, because her birthday is towards the end of August. So I've got plenty of time, I think, to get it done. It just is, I'm enjoying the knit and it's fun, but the cable rows are a little slow because every front side row you're doing something. The back side rows are super simple, but the front side row, you're always doing something. So it's just a little slower going on those rows. I should see the mess that I have around me right now, and we have not even went through mail. But we're at mail time, guys, and Where last episode, I don't think I had hardly anything to show. This episode, it's a different story. So we're gonna just jump right in with everything that I have to show you guys. So the first thing I'm gonna show you is a package from Lindsay of Simply Serving. And Lindsay just recently started making needle cozies or DPN cozies. So I had to have a couple because I think they're such a fun and creative design. So a little bit of crinkling while I open this because they're still in the packaging. And here they are. Look at those. I just think these are so much fun. With the floral and the lace, such a fun design. So if you've never used these, they have snaps. You just unsnap them and slide your needles right in. You can use them with DPNs or with cable needles. I use them with both and I think they work just fine. With cable needles, you just want to slide them in and let them hang out. If you give them a tug, they may fall out, but I've never had any issues with them putting these on like magic loop socks or anything like that and just sliding them down in a project bag. They've always, knock on wood, stayed put. So that's what you do with these, or just pop your DPNs down in there. And she does have her label on the inside, which I love because then I can always remember who they are from. Which these will be hard to forget who they're from because these are such a unique design, I feel like, with the lace detail that just makes them. I just fell in love with these. So Lindsay sent me a little progress keeper as well that I have to show you guys. It is a waffle with bacon. Is that not the cutest little thing? So sweet. So not only did Lindsay send me these, she also, look at that, giveaway goodies. This is for you guys. So in here, there is also one of the waffle progress keepers. And then this case for you guys. I'm gonna leave it in here so it's nice and neat. But this is gonna be part of the 5,000 subscriber giveaway right here. That's super exciting. The second thing I'm gonna show you guys is a bag that I ordered from By the Bay Yarn Co. So I have one of her bags, but I have been itching to get one of her canvas bags. Christy and Tristan on Girls in the Yarn Cafe podcast show her bags a lot. And I just haven't ordered one yet. So I had to remedy that and get myself a canvas bag. And I'm gonna be ordering more. I can tell you that, and I haven't even used this yet. So this is a bag that I got in one of my favorite colors. She's got her label right there. It blows out if I take it too close, so we'll keep it back here. But she's got her label right there, the nice handle, and the drawstring. And this, guys, that tells you right there, this is a nice, sturdy canvas. I've got to work this bad boy in. But I cannot wait to get a project in here and to put some of my pins on here. The next sock that I cast on is going to go in here. Probably my July Desert Vista Dye Works, maybe. Or my next sock design that I start. One of the two. The next sock I cast on basically is going in here, and I'm putting some pins on and I'm using it because I love this bag so much. I don't have any of the field, like the fringe bags or anything. And I've just been dying to get a canvas bag to put some of my pins on. So I'm so happy with this. And I now want to order more from her, and she has different sizes. I love it so much. So yes, By the Bay Yarn Co. Go check her out. Her prices are amazing. The bag quality is amazing. Oh, and how did I forget this? Because everybody loves pockets. She has pockets on the inside. Can you guys see those? There's 2 pockets. Even better. So, I'm obsessed with that bag. Okay, next thing. Let's take a little drink of coffee. So, about 7 or 8 minutes for me There just happens to be a woman named Monica who is Yarn Slinger Mistress. That is her Etsy shop. I'll put Instagram, Etsy, everything down below in the down bar links for you guys to find. So in her shop, she had a couple colorways that I absolutely loved, and I could not decide which one I wanted. So I ordered one of them, and this is Desert Sunset. Look at all those speckles. I love that. And here is her label. And this is her 4-ply fingering weight, which is a 75%, 25% superwash merino wool nylon blend, 463 yards. This is her Phoenix sock base. I just couldn't get over the deepness of the collars and the speckles. Love it. So Monica surprised me, and she didn't just bring this to Knit Group. She brought the other colorway that I was in love with as well. So this is Viking, and this is on her Mariposa single ply fingering, which is a superwash merino wool single ply, 400 yards. Love it. Love the blues in this. And this is Yarn Slinger Mistress. All the links will be down below. She also gave me a skein of yarn for a giveaway for the podcast. So I'm going to take it out of the packaging to show you guys. This is on her Phoenix sock, the 4-ply fingering, and this is a Desert Crocus. Look at that one. Oh, those purples. Oh my gosh. That's gorgeous. Whoop. So pretty. So again, there's her label. I love her logo. So cute. So this will be going for a prize or a giveaway for the podcast. So I've been hearing so much about Lila Styles bags. I had to go and order one. So I ordered the Harry Potter kitties because we have a kitty now. Well, she's not a kitty. She's 2.5 years old, but we have a cat. So I needed a kitty Harry Potter bag, of course. Look how cute that fabric is. Is that not the sweetest? And then I love, it's got a piece of string on it. I love that the inside is just the plain fabric. It's got a zipper pull, and it's so sturdy and well made. Look at that. I love when they stand up. So that I ordered, and then she sent me a little note that says, as a fellow boy mom, coffee is basically life. She knows I like coffee. Look at that. Love this fabric. I absolutely love it. Because coffee is life. And that's not it, you guys, because when you open it up, there's coffee beans on the inside. Oh my goodness. Love it so much. It just makes me laugh. It's so perfect. And then she also, oh, it dropped it. There was a keychain in here that now that I'm showing it, I'm gonna go put it right on my keys. A yarn ball with knitting needles. So I'm gonna set this right here because I'm gonna go put it right on my keys. So Lila Styles, check her out. She has the cutest, most unique fabrics. Love them so much. And I love these little kitties. They're so cute. Last thing that I have to show you is some Knit Picks Fleechy, because I'm sure everybody has seen that the Fleechy is back, you guys. It's back. I didn't order all of them. I had talked about, oh, I'm gonna order all of the colors when they come out, but a lot of them looked like old colorways. Almost exactly. Like maybe the shades were just a little darker or lighter, or they added a color or took away a color, but they were so similar to previous colorways that I was kind of disappointed in that. I don't know. And I was happy to realize I wasn't the only one that noticed that. My friend Karen noticed it as well. And then I was watching Melissa of Honeybee Knits, and she was showing her Fleechy order, and she commented the same thing as well, that, you know, most of the colors looked like previous colors. So that was kind of disappointing. Knit Picks, kind of disappointing. But I did order the ones that looked like new ones to me. So first I just grabbed some more of the stroll fingering in the Dove Heather, because this is the one of the colors that I'm using for Bits and Bob's blanket. The minis held with the gray. So I ordered a couple more of those to have on hand. And then I ordered the ice cream truck, which I think does look somewhat similar to another colorway that they've had. But I got the ice cream truck. This one's gonna be for me, socks for me, or a gift maybe. I love using Knit Picks Fleechy as gift yarns. I absolutely love it to make socks to gift. That's what I mean, gift yarns. For gift socks. Because if you have someone that maybe is, you don't know if they're gonna take care of it. So Fleechy's great for giving us gifts. Then I ordered Dance Party because I didn't think this looked like any that they'd had. And these will probably be for me because I just love these colors. So the Dance Party colorway. Then I let Wyatt pick a couple because he's so knit worthy and he loves when I make him socks. So I thought, because usually with Knit Picks Fleechy, I go ahead and automatically order 2 because they're only 50 grams. Like one thing is 50 grams. And I don't know exactly who they're going for when I order them. Like they may be gifts for someone. But here lately, Wyatt's been picking a lot of the Fleechy yarn for socks for him. And I only need 50 grams for him. So then I'm left with another 50 gram, in my stash. So I let him go ahead and pick from the colors they had what ones he wanted, and I only ordered 1. So he picked Seafaring as one. And then he also picked Blue Lagoon. So these will be socks for Mr. Wyatt. And then I also got a couple pairs of scissors. My friend Karen had picked up a pair of these, I think at the Knit Nook in Morehead City, the yarn shop there, North Carolina. And I just had to order 2 of them because they were so cute. So this is Knit Picks, it says just sharp scissors. I'll go ahead and take it out because I think there's a glare on the bag. I haven't even opened them yet. So it's a pair of scissors with a case, which I love. And Karen said I'm gonna love these. I obviously haven't tried them because I just opened them, but I love that there's a little cover for the top. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm only gonna keep one of these and then I'm gonna put this with the giveaway stuff, prize stuff. And maybe it'll be in the 5,000 subscriber giveaway. Some scissors. So that is all that I have received in the mail since the last time I podcasted. Now just some general chatter if you've stuck around this long and would like to listen to what has been going on. We are settling in so nicely, I feel like. The house has really came together. Yesterday we went to IKEA and picked up some beds for the boys. And then we've got their bedding and all of that. So they have new beds and they are so excited. That was my first time to an IKEA and I loved it so much. It's about almost an hour away. And yeah, I loved it. I could have spent hours in there, but when you're shopping with my husband, you're in and out. You go in, you get what you want and you leave. He did make a stop and we ate when we got there because it was lunchtime and the food was good. I was so surprised. I'd heard the food was good, but the food was really good at IKEA. So anyways, we ate and we went shopping and we were out of there within 2 hours tops. Maybe like an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. In, out, done. And I also got a kitchen cart. I'm kind of setting up a little coffee/tea cart bar thing in the kitchen, which I'll share some pictures of on Instagram when it's done more. But I got a kitchen cart to use for that and some things to hang my Starbucks mugs up above that on the wall. So I got all of that. I feel like the house is really coming together. There's still some things to hang up and stuff to do here and there, but it's really coming along and we're so happy to be feeling more settled in. So Wyatt's birthday was Monday, July 2nd, and he just had the best day. Thank you for everybody. I posted that it was his birthday. Thank you to everyone who sent him birthday wishes. He loved all of them. But he had plans for that day. He wanted Dunkin' Donuts for breakfast, followed by playing video games. He helped me make his birthday cake, followed by more video games. He wanted steak for dinner, so he had steak for dinner, followed by presents and a birthday cake. Perfect. Like, oh, to be 9 years old again. That was all he wanted. Like, that was his list of birthday stuff. And yeah, he had the best little day. He is 9. I don't know. I truly can't believe he's 9. So school starts in less than a month, speaking of his birthday. Yeah, less than a month. So next week the plan is to get them registered for school, call and find them doctors, dentists, all that fun stuff. That is my least favorite part about moving, I think, is finding everything again. Doctors and dentists and the schools and getting your driver's license, which I did do that. Now officially back to having an Arizona driver's license. And we've had 2 meetings of the Surprise Arizona knit group. So if you're in the area, I'll put a link down below. I created a Ravelry group. There really aren't any threads open over there. Anyone's welcome to open threads over there that's in the group and wants to chat. But I have created it mainly for the events so that anyone that wants to come to one of the get-togethers can head over there and see when they are, what time, where, all of that. So right now we've been meeting on Tuesday mornings from 10 to 12, and it's been so much fun. I'm so excited to have met some ladies around here that enjoy knitting as well. I think that really, I don't know, it makes it feel more like home to have a little knit group and make some friends. It's nice. So yes, if you're in the area or you're going to be in the area for anything, we've been meeting on Tuesday mornings. Head over and join us. It's been a lot of fun. Eric's getting ready to head out of town for 2 weeks for work. He leaves Monday to go to Yuma, Arizona, and we're actually going to go down on Thursday and go to, because I had started a knit group there and they still meet. They meet all the time now, and I'm so excited to see those ladies. So we're going to head down on Thursday, the boys and I, and go to knit group, have lunch with Eric, and then head back. It'll just kind of be a short little day trip to get to see the knitting ladies and get to see Eric while he's out of town. And then once he gets back from Yuma, he's home for 1 day, and then he heads to Fort Worth for work for a week. So he's gonna be gone for 2 whole weeks. And my biggest concern with that is scorpions in the house. I don't know what I'm gonna do if I find a scorpion in the house. I'm sure Austin will handle catching it because, he's the pro and he's not terrified of them like I am. Because we did find another one in the house. I can't remember if I talked on last episode if I had found the scorpion yet, or if I talked about it, but it's desert life. Like, we're in their territory. Yeah, it's bound to happen, I'm sure. But when we lived in Yuma, I never saw a single one, and we saw 2 within a week span in my bathroom. I don't know why they like my bathroom, and they like the corner of the bathroom where my laundry hamper is. I don't know why. No idea why, but that's where both of them have been. The first one was charging at me across the bathroom floor. It was about to attack my feet. Not really. It was coming across the floor at me, but in my mind, I saw this like huge scorpion coming at me with its stinger up ready to attack, and it was a big monster. And then when they caught it, I was like, oh my gosh, that's really small. It's not as big when I was, when I was seeing it and I was terrified it was huge. But anyways, we saw those 2 and I kind of went a little crazy, and we've sprayed, the main thing with them is killing their food source. And those could have been in here before we moved in. Who knows? They could have been hiding somewhere and been here the whole time we've been here. But the main thing is killing their food source. You want to kill off any bug that they might come in after. So we've sprayed everywhere. We put out little glue board like a sticky board. I can't remember exactly what they're called, but they're for catching scorpions. And they're just like, I don't know, it's like that big. And they crawl on it and get stuck. So I've put one out, Eric did, and we haven't caught one yet on there. And we've sprinkled some stuff in the bathroom that's supposed to kill them. We went through and took down all the vents on the ceiling and put like window screen basically up in there, and then put the vents back up, because they either, usually from what I've heard, are coming in through your air vents or your drains. So the drains they're kept closed if they're not being used. We have screens in the vents. I'm just paranoid about the kids getting stung. Like, they terrify me, and I don't want to get stung, but my biggest fear is that the kids are going to get stung. And my boys tend to have not like crazy severe reactions to bites, but they have abnormal reactions to like mosquito bites, ant bites. And I know if you have bad reactions to bites and stings from other bugs, you're more likely to have a bad reaction from a scorpion sting. So I don't want to take that chance. I know chances are it may be nothing, but since they have such crazy reactions to other bites, I don't want to see what would happen. Like, that does not sound like fun to me. So I've been a little crazy trying to keep the scorpions outside where they should stay. So I think that's going to wrap up today's episode. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed the episode. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, comment below, all of that good stuff. It just helps get the podcast out there in the recommended areas for other people who might be interested. And I love interacting with you guys when you comment. Lately, it's been a little crazy with me trying to keep up with them, just because we are still settling in. So if it takes me a little while to get back to a comment or a message, I apologize. I do always try to at least heart the comments if I don't have a chance to respond. But we're still just settling in and trying to get into a good routine here, so things have still been a little crazy around here. But anyways, I hope that you guys have a good couple of weeks until the next episode, and I look forward to seeing you guys again in a couple of weeks. Happy knitting. Bye.